perfect already.
Amen. Right. Get that shit out of here.
I heard you got salami in between them legs. It's like a clitoris for a hermaphrodite. It's huge. Maybe labia reduction surgery is in your destiny.
I didn't tell you. That's weird.
You're the one praying for big dick in your life.
I'm praying for my husband. My sister has to have a big one.
You know what's crazy?
Hey, you know what? I prayed for a big pussy in my life once. Hey, dude, we ended up with Joe Biden as president, man. What do you fuck? I'm sorry I prayed for it.
Beat up pussy and his mom popped up. So what do we supposed to pray for? Our women not being driving you wet? Like what?
I mean, if that's what's on your heart.
That's what it takes.
I pray her pH balance is right so it doesn't stink when I go down there.
That's a really good prayer. I mean, yeah.
I'm nigga good time.
You guys,
Lord, can you make sure my bitch has good pussy? Amen.
I mean, maybe don't say it like that.
you guys are joking around. I know it. Yeah.
No, I'm being
dude, you know Jesus is laughing right now.
That's okay. God has to listen to the replays.
Do you guys realize God listens to the replays?
God is going to punish all of you talking like that.
Dude, when it comes to God, the replays are always on.
Like, they joking around. I'm serious.
Oh, really? So
I wasn't kidding.
Well, let's think about this, though, Princess. If you ask for some dude, say he got a fucking 13-inch dick, and this thing is just wearing you out.
Well, I'm with the measurements even. But,
13 inches, she's probably getting her back cracked from the inside.
You can't even see no more, so you see
like the world of atheism, thank goodness.
Exactly, Princess. You better be careful what you ask for, because you might just blow that whole throat out.
These conversations don't occur with the non-believers.
And your whole singing career will be done, because you prayed on some dick.
It sounds a bit selfish to me. It reminds me of these hypocritical Christian folks.
JCC, you always try to make it about you, bro.
Shut up, JCC.
It's not about me.
I could get bullied.
You the Jezebel, JCC.
It's not about me. It's about the conversation I had with people.
Oh, yeah. Who brought up Jezebel earlier?
I did. Doc. Doc, whatever. But yeah, I was really bringing up
y'all were talking to everybody. Y'all rude as fuck. You suck at conversing, and later y'all fucking shut
up, JCC. You act like
we don't want to hear what you have to say.
My name is JCC.
Y'all gave him the floor for like 5 hours yesterday.
Hey, my question is, who's y'all?
I'm pregnant right now. My name is JCC.
I did accidentally cut him off. My bad.
Yeah, but he doesn't really come up with anything other than like his own little narrative of bullshit.
Like, I at least have respect for like Jeremy Bird. Who was the atheist?
Juju. Oh, not
you know the atheist. Yeah, like I have respect for them because it's like even when
Andrew
expressing their opinions or being like, oh, I don't agree with this or whatever, it's still not from a place of like hate. I don't know.
And thank you, Jeremy, for sticking up for women last night when that woman hater was in the fucking room. And Jeremy was like one of the only ones that stood up.
That's good. Jeremy's a simp.
No, shut up, Juju, because it's true.
He's Captain Stavo.
And it's insane how many men hate
Jeremy, can you stay?
Just because you go out with whores.
It's crazy, but like, don't you want your daughters to be like powerful, fucking awesome women?
Exactly. And I think that guy. I think he has a daughter, which is that's even worse.
Nah, bro. Thank you for looking out for the girls, Jeremy. I appreciate you. Earlier, when I stood up for a woman, it was being sensitive and being a bitch.
You're both of those, aren't you?
Yo.
Aren't you both of those?
Yo, Juju, shut the fuck up.
That's why I had to leave, child, because he was in the mood and I wasn't. So I was like, let me go and get up out of here so he can do his thing. He don't like it when we have a salon in here. Me and Bright have been running around.
We're gonna have to open a room called the Lady Salon.
No, and look, when I asked him, I said, okay, you want to open a room? He said I was trying to cause division, child. I said, let me do it.
Oh shit, y'all! I got the name for you guys' room, the Jezebel Apes.
Hell no. The fuck? Hell no.
Dude, that's a slight.
That's a good one.
You just called us deceptive, conniving whores.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah,
You're the person. You're the person that probably thinks that when the Jews left Egypt, when Moses delivered them, he left Jesus. They left Egypt to go to the land of Canaan, and I'm like, dude, you just went from a shit pot to a shit pot. How is that even a good thing?
I'm fucking crying. Okay, so Jeremy.
Yes, ma'am.
Are we cool?
We've always been cool, princess.
Okay. Cool.
No, but when it comes to
make me halfway.
when it comes to hanging girls, though, princess.
No one gives you that type of attention.
I want to see them make out. You guys about
He's married.
When you talk about an atheist, let me just say this: when you have atheists in here, right, who engage with genuine conversations to understand people who don't share their belief, right? The most convincing thing for me as an atheist of Christ being anything other than just some guy that was saying some smart things is the way that the most Christ-like people act on this app, and for the most part, those have been 90% women. I'm just stating facts. So when you say women can't pray, I'll tell you,
You're probably not wrong. You're probably not wrong.
The atheists who walk around hearing all these Christian guys talking about their dick size and talking about all this fucking thirsty shit, and then the women who are like Princess, who literally was like, hey, we were having a great conversation about Christ, and
but I was laughing just because she is so smart.
right.
And it's not like she's that young. By the time we were 31 years old, most of us in our group of friends, we already had accomplished a lot, right? And she has accomplished a lot, but on her own. And now she's ready to move on to the next sector, which is cool. And I just don't want her to fall behind on looking for somebody that isn't going to be at the level she wants to be at, And that's what I tell all my guy friends in their 40s, early 50s. Guys, don't go after these girls that have no children, because eventually they may want children, and then you have just at that point made a huge mistake. You took up a couple years
In this type of country for the power to stay. So what is the actual end game?
Oh, I see your point. Well, so in my opinion, I don't think that Donald Trump is trying to make America fail. I think that he thinks that what he's doing is making America great. But because he really does not know politics, even now, it's true.
You guys are on the same page. You know that you guys are on the same page, yet you are actually arguing.
No, it's not an argument. We are making a point only.
Well, the Hindus, let's say, there were. I don't know much about this. There were some Hindus that burnt down a mosque. Okay, now that is evil to me. Okay. So
I want to interrupt and say that Edward spreads evil and lies, and he is a terrorist supporter, and he is talking about evil because he has evil intent in his heart.
Let me land here. Let me land with this. So if I say, okay, there were some Hindu people that burnt down a mosque, and I say, okay, that act there is evil. Then therefore, since that act is evil, all of India must also be.
You are always talking about evil things, Edward. You live with evil in your heart. You support terrorism.
This isn't my.
Can you do SAR? Can you please do a SAR for us? SAR. I support it.
Wait. This is not what. This was McZed's argument. He's saying this, and I'm saying that this is illogical. You can't take one event from a nation or from a people that is wrong, and then say the entire.
It's because you don't know karma, which is action, and you are supporting evil and spreading misinformation.
No.
Go down, you
why does worship others? So sit down.
You obviously logic is not your strong suit.
Gotcha, bitch.
I hope everybody else.
He worships a fucking dick. Are you expecting?
Gotcha, bitch.
I mean, I expect logic from everybody.
I want to reiterate what you said. That in a certain group in India, for example, right wingers, they burned or they destroyed the mosque. Then I will only target those people only. But I cannot.
Exactly. So now all of India is evil. That's my whole point. You can't say somebody targeting a mosque, therefore the entire nation is evil. You can't say this about anybody, any people, or anything. Because you got to take all of India, for example, if all of India was doing this.
זה סלנג, זה לא ביטוי, זה סלנג.
אוקיי. כאילו הם לא עומדים, כאילו מולו. הם לא מגיעים לזה שלו. זה מה שהיא רוצה להגיד.
הם לא ב-level שלו.
כן, כן.
הוא הרבה יותר טוב מהם.
Realm as zoo animals.
Well, they are looking at us like that. You know why? Because we're their creation. That's also what was revealed to me in my experience. They showed me that the history of planet Earth and the animals are different than the history of human beings. Human beings were seeded here by them, and this has been a long an ongoing experiment that's been going on for a very long time. No. So this.
So you believe in Darwinism?
I don't know nothing about Darwin, but what I'm saying is, in my experience with these other beings, this is what they told me. This is what they showed me, actually. So this has been going on. This has been going on for a long, whether it be hundreds of thousands or millions of years, a very long time. To where these different beings, they've come here and made different versions of us. So I don't believe that we're all the same species. Like when it comes to the different races, white, black, I think we're actually different species, different versions of humans.
So look here.
I do too many mushrooms for me, bro.
Yeah, I try to.
First time that works.
Okay, so we're all humans, right? And we create technology, and God created us. So you think God don't have technology too?
No, I mean I don't got. So if we got into the God topic, that would be a whole nother thing.
No, I'm just saying.
Seven.
That would take us.
You might be talking about some supernatural stuff. You talk about your dream and mushrooms and stuff like that. Because think about it. Right? If God made us and we make skyscrapers, planes,
I don't believe God made us directly. I don't believe God made us directly. That's not how it works.
That's how it works, boss.
No, that's not my belief.
Fuck an alien. If I see an alien, I can head shower.
So let me pose it to you like this, right? Human beings, we created video games, right? Right? We created video games, right? So if you were the programmer of a video game, and you made a video game character, right? Who would be that character's creator, you or God?
Neo.
Yeah, who was the homeboy that was talking?
Listen.
Yeah, so who would be? Listen. Who would be the creator
Take your piece and walk away with
that game character? You or God?
God, because God made me. God made the materials on the earth. In order for me to make the computer, in order for me to make the video game, so at the end of the day, it's God.
Yes, right. So right. But what you just described is there's a direct creator, right? You would be its direct creator. However, all of that would be made possible through the sort of, if you want to think of it like a triangle, right? All of that would be made possible because of what God made in the realm of possibility. But you would be that direct creator. So that's not how it works. So what I'm saying is human beings.
Let
me just finish. So what I'm saying is that other beings would be our direct creator, right? However, all of this is made possible by source. The whole universe is in source. This is all source, right? We're all made from it. But however, that doesn't mean that we may not have a different, like, sort of direct creator, just like in the example of the programmer and the video game.
Brown, what is Darwinism?
Darwinism is pretty much just created by this name Charles Darwin, and it explains of how we pretty much evolved from chimpanzees and shit. We evolved from monkeys.
I don't believe that shit at all.
So you evolved. I mean, but when you say, but when you say that, as far as I talk to these beings and we spawned from these animals and shit, that's almost in lieu with Darwinism.
I see the correlation in it.
Hey, Brown. I didn't say. Hold on.
Not like
Everybody can have a conversation.
y'all know how it is when no ears come in here. Can't nobody else talk.
I wasn't talking to you, Lynn. Oh yeah, we can't talk about God around some people.
I didn't say human beings came from animals. I said the animals have a different history than human beings. The earth and the animals.
I thought Lynn just asked him a question about Darwinism. That's it. I don't think he was talking.
These other.
Good. It's been good.
Are you jumping into our conversation?
What the fuck are you talking about? First of all, you're not talking to her like that ever. He didn't ask you a question. Lynn asked him a question about what is Darwinism, and he answered that.
He asked me a question.
Well, when you was talking, you was basically you went into you was talking to the animals or whatever, and basically not in the exact words, but you was saying we came from those animals type shit. They was here first type shit.
Don't get me wrong. There are other drug markets that they should too. But you're never going to get rid of a cartel whose base profit thrives off of drugs when you have a large portion of our country that likes to do drugs.
No, I agree.
So I agree with him.
Yeah, we can cause major disruption though.
I don't think so. I don't think so. First of all, you have to look. So, for example, when it comes to fentanyl, if we look at the hard drugs like meth, cocaine, fentanyl, when it comes to smuggling is across the border, it generally comes through our actual ports of entry. It doesn't come through people hopping fences or going through the desert. It's a game of cat or mouse, and it's not something that I don't think we can actually solve this problem. I mean, to be honest, I hate the drug cartels. They're horrible. But when it comes to Mexico, it's so corrupt. Their culture is so much different from that of the United States.
Is corrupt. The whole fucking thing.
Yeah, and so I don't. Okay, you're gonna send the military and special forces in there too.
No. Well, there's
to kill people. What? Okay, so they take out cartels, but people are going to fill in the vacuum. That's something that's continually happened in Mexico. It doesn't stop.
I think there's a few things we could do. I think we could do border security, of course. We do intelligence sharing, but that's kind of iffy. You got to make sure we.
But the hard drugs come in through the ports of entry.
Hold on. Well, not just all of them.
No.
Ultimately,
fentanyl especially comes in through ports of entry.
So you know that fentanyl, the precursor chemical for fentanyl, is made by China and Chinese labs, and then it's getting sent over, and then it's coming
and
ports of entry in Mexico, like you said.
And they've actually started to skip the middleman in Mexico and try to send it straight to the U.S. Through elaborate means, and so once again, I guess I don't.
I think if we could shut down the fentanyl production from China, maybe somehow.
But but that somewhat involves Mexico. So that would literally involve stopping China from doing it, which is a whole different battle.
We probably couldn't get it all every
everything, but I think if we had like I say, financial disruption, like track and freeze their assets and shit, like.
Okay, so when we have our biggest trading partner, but when we have our biggest trading partner, and that's why ports of entry are the best places to try to smuggle this shit through. They're going to conceal their drugs in very elaborate ways. It's like the only people who really, like, when it comes to, like, quote-unquote border hoppers, I mean, they generally have bales of marijuana. They're not people that are smuggling cocaine or meth or fentanyl.
Please don't scroll. I'm just trying to become a big content creator one day, but I have no supporters.
Quite a bit of fentanyl is coming over. They're catching it all the time, man. I mean, they're catching...
Yes, they're catching it all the time, but... Obviously, they're making money because a lot of it they don't get caught.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Certainly. I mean, now that we got the border, somewhat secured, I think we could still do more, but they said with the border nabs and crossings are down 93% or 96%, so that's not going to fix everything. We got a lot of corruption, but, and I think really some special forces, like actions, in cooperation with the Mexican government, because there is quite a few people that do want to be safe.
But we've had special forces in Mexico for at least 2 decades.
Yeah, our special forces. So, for example, when you saw, which was filmed, the raid in which El Chapo was living in, this house.
Are you talking about Chapo or the little Chapitos?
El Chapo. I'm talking about 8 years ago.
Oh, when they actually went to get him, and it was 5,000 Mexican regulars against 2,500 cartel paramilitaries.
No, I'm talking about it was in a house, and they had their Marines, and this was I guess made public. Like there was Delta Force, there was DEA, there was all kind of. Watch the video, El Chapo's siege, and you'll see there was a guy that was wearing a red jacket with white stripes. He was about to throw a grenade, and then of course everybody else is wearing fatigues. If you were a rank and file Marine in the Mexican military, you would never be able to get away with dressing out of wearing what you want. And he's about to throw a grenade, and he said, "Heads up," in English. Of course, this guy was bilingual. He did it. He throws a grenade in. He double taps somebody to his left, and then somebody to his right. And then the Mexican Marines storm in. But the United States government basically they said, yeah, no, we had Delta Force and DEA that they were there. They wouldn't say what part they played in the raid. But when it comes to when it comes to the special forces playing a role in what's happened in Mexico, that's nothing new.
I'm just checking my sources here on Grok on the new AI. It's pretty badass, and to see if there has been any military action. It says key points, 50 sources. No, America has not conducted military action in Mexico in modern time. The last military action was punitive expedition and from 1960 to 1970
Pershing.
Recent U.S. involvement includes training exercises, border security, but no combat operations in Mexico.
Okay, ask Grok if they were involved in the capture of El Chapo. They were there on quote-unquote advisory roles.
Also, I know some people who have actually done this, flown the Black Hawks into Mexico. We're already doing a special forces piece. We also, Mountain, have to be careful not to put Mexico in a place where public response to American military action is necessary. They are very hypersensitive to uniformed military personnel on their streets, like American uniformed military personnel. So, if we were to do anything militarily inside Mexico, first it would have to have Mexico's cooperation. Otherwise, you can send U.S.-Mexico relations back to the Stone Age, and that's not a good idea.
Can you guys hear me again? I can't.
Now I can hear you, Matt.
Wow, it's a miracle, seriously. I was going to say, does that make it, though, the position for the Mexican president supporting cartels? If you're, basically she's coming out saying, stay away from our particular people here. Don't be, going after them. Does that put her in a position of supporting the cartels, Marshall, or what?
I think it puts her in a very delicate position regarding Mexican sovereignty, groups that essentially bribe the entire government, and relations with the United States, right? So she has to, on one hand, be very careful about looking like she's cooperating with Americans on military demands. On the other hand, reforming Mexico's constitution to be able to conduct similar investigations to what the United States conducts in Mexico, that's a move that's more domestically centered. So I think, to be frank, to a degree, what she's doing does cover some of these cartels. What I mean by that is,
but I have no supportors.
Her intent is not actually to be to protect the cartels, but by getting mad at their designation as terrorist organizations, that's kind of what it is. On the other hand, the designation of a terrorist group means that the United States can send military forces into foreign countries, and that is the thing Mexico, at least in my understanding U.S.-Mexico relations, is really worried about.
I mean, most of the stuff is probably within 50 miles of the border, right? For the most part, it's not like they're going deep into Mexico to get cartel members. I mean, within 100 miles.
I mean, you could, like, for El Chapo.
Cartel, you had to. Well, that was
El Chapo's cartel was based in Michoacán, Sinaloa.
I'm talking about the minor leagues of the cartels, like the guys that are just kind of hanging out. They're probably going to get hunted down by our special forces,
Well, the thing is, if we look at the bulk of the fighting, here we go. Yeah, just bring it up, man.
Taking shit or something. I don't know what this guy's doing.
I'm just saying that's how Pepe sounds when he speaks. He...
If we were to look at the bulk of the fighting that's happening in states like Sonora, Chihuahua,
that's how Pepe sounds when he speaks.
The leadership, maybe, like, for example, like the Jalisco cartel, which is more, I guess you could say central Mexico, Sinaloa, barely northern Mexico. They are basically dominating the drug trade in northern Mexico. You would have to have the capability to strike leaders like where they are. I mean, imagine you had we have drones, obviously.
Don't forget Walgreens and Purdue Pharma.
America did us just in arresting El Chapo.
Yeah, no. The Mexican and American government both admitted that DEA and special forces were on the ground during that arrest. In a quote-unquote advisory role.
But they, not widely publicized, but it says, definitely Delta Force help, using kind of surveillance, intelligence, tactical support, but including Delta Force as advisors. So, kind of wild.
Yeah, yes, you do get you have the different, they call them plazas in northern Mexico, where it's like, you had, after El Chapo got locked up, you have the Chapitzas, you have the Mayos, the Chapitas, it's kind of a slang for Chapito, which is the sons of El Chapo. And what the fuck? You know this.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying.
There's like 10 more. There's a fuckload.
No, they broke off into so many splinter groups.
The biggest new splinter group is the Jalisco New Generation Cartel, which was headed by El Mayo until he got caught.
I go to Puerto Vallarta, bro. I go to Jalisco. It's kind of my girlfriend lives there.
Amazing.
And
So
Jalisco stuff. Pretty wild.
But no, within the Sinaloa cartel, you had the Zambada, whatever his name is, the Mayos is what they call themselves, and then so like within the Chapitos were basically the three sons that were still on the streets of Mexico.
It was Olvido. Like, I don't remember one kid's name, Olvido, and then the name of, like, I think the youngest son, he married into another family, and instead of going by Guzman, he goes by Guzman Salazar.
Yeah, and so the sons are basically the Chapitos, or they're for slang Chapitas, and then you have the Mayos, which is like the Zambada guy, and then they ended up basically fighting with each other. But even within these different factions, they ended up forming different groups where they were killing off each other, and they're killing off the people from the Mayo and the Chapitza side, and it's a total shit show. But I don't know, like it's like we have Predator drones, for example. Imagine you're this Mexican drug cartelman, and just like how we dropped the Ginsu knife on, I forget the name of the piece of shit from Iran that orchestrated attacks on American servicemen. And, he was in a...
I know what you're talking about. The guy got blown up in Iraq at the airport.
No, it wasn't in Iraq. It was in Iran. He was driving in a car with his family. Then they dropped this munition where it has, like, a spinning blade. And, it basically just, like, literally makes mincemeat out of you. I mean, I feel bad for his family that they had to see that. But we have this capability. But imagine, like, you're a drug cartel. And you're within the leadership. So far, you felt safe operating in Mexico because you can bribe all of the police officers and politicians. But then all of a sudden, what you do have to worry about is this thing you'll never hear, never see coming, and it just takes you away. I do think that would be a good thing for America.
Yeah, I believe so too. I think it's crazy. Like in Puerto Vallarta, there's 40,000 Americans that have, a full-time residency there, and a lot of the houses and condos are owned by the cartel. So I'm curious to see how that's going to work out. Like, because I mean, I don't know if that's going to be able to fly. Where they're just going to be able to profit off of real estate if they're known cartel members. But there's 40,000 just Americans, and there's about that many Canadians living there too. So they have houses, like I say, in condos.
Well, if you buy a house in Mexico and think you'll own it, you're a retard. But
yeah.
For lack of a better word, but I mean, I'm not against people retiring there.
They Airbnb them when they're not there, and so it's kind of a money maker for these people too, because they'll buy them for $150,000 to $300,000, and they Airbnb them for $600 a night, and then within 5 years they're worth $1 million.
Who pays $600 a night? What?
Yeah, people do pay $600 a night to stay in your Airbnb because a lot of them have pools and shit. You know, you can have pools on the
Well, you
roof.
go to Mecca. Hey, you go to a resort. Less.
Well, I know, but if you have your whole family there, you know, for in a big Airbnb, 20 people in an Airbnb, you can't. It's not going to cost. It's a lot cheaper to bring your whole family to an Airbnb for say 15 to 20 people than buying a motel, you know, for everybody, you know. Then you can only put like 2 to 4 people per room and stuff, and it's actually cheaper to get an Airbnb for $600 a night. And they're not shitty, man. A lot of them got elevators in them and stuff, and they're beautiful. They're, like I said, $150,000 to $300,000 you can buy these condos, these really nice places, and they're really nice. Sometimes they got a little bowling alley in them and shit. You know, my mom's friend just built one with a pool on top, a bowling alley built inside of it with just two lanes, you know, and then an elevator, and that's you know, kind of thing. And then I was talking to software developer.
This is so off topic.
But yeah. Well, I'm just saying, but a lot of these are owned by the cartel. You know, like these buildings. You know, they own the buildings. And if that's like a known cash flow, you know, then...
Yeah, dude, they've wormed their way into Mexican politics wholesale. Right?
Yeah.
There's no part of the Mexican economy.
I'm just curious to see what's going to happen with that, because they're not just in drugs. They're in legal markets now. I mean, they're fucking entrenched.
I mean, nothing. The government in Mexico is not going to do anything about it.
This is where I agree. This is where I'm like, holy shit. As much as I would love for the United States to all of the cartels and just wipe them off the face of the planet, the reality is that the amount of corruption that you see in Mexico, it's not possible. It's kind of interesting. You can look this up, like, something along the lines of like invading Mexico, drug cartels, special forces, some shit like that. And the one thing we do have, like with the global war on terror, is that we do have a lot of like ex-special forces and so forth, and I've listened to some of their opinions, and they all kind of say like this is like logistically a fucking nightmare. There's no way you could actually like defeat the cartels without basically wreaking havoc in Mexico and for lack of a better word, just like going after pretty much almost attacking everybody or anybody that is quote unquote innocent. It's so tied into their society today that it would just politically, their political system, not just the drug cartels, but just like the everyday workers, they're all tied in together because of the corruption. So, like, what do you do after you...
What do you do? And he's like, oh, just fucking go around the city and show people, like, the glamorous parts of LA.
At this church, you weren't at the...
Shut up, Rabbi. Let me talk.
You know that, right? Yeah, but that's the problem was I was at a church in general. That was the problem originally. Yeah, but that's not. Yeah. I should have knew that the church was within and not giving my faith to other people.
Well, I'm sorry, but we're still supposed to fellowship together. You're still supposed to have a community and come together.
Well, it
doesn't have to be.
I was agnostic. What if I was agnostic right now?
Then you wouldn't be under the law of do not forsake fellowship.
Do you think it's fair? Do you think it's fair for me to say Judaism is bad because I went to a mosque and I didn't like it?
No, it's not about what I think. But
I think you can. I honestly think you can say what you want to say. I mean, I'd be like, hey, if that's your paradigm, if that's how you view it, kudos. That's how I would see it. I wouldn't argue with you.
All right. Two things. That one verse you guys were just talking about.
I'm just being honest, Christina. You know I don't care. I don't. Yeah.
No, I
I don't care to be right. I may be wrong, and if I'm wrong, I'll go to hell. And that's my
You cannot judge all Christians by one or two churches that you went to. Jeez, come on, that's just dumb.
Hey, Sensei, what did we just talk about earlier? I didn't say all Christians. I never said that, Christina.
Not all churches are bad either.
I never said that though.
Oh, okay. Well, you said your biggest mistake was going to church in general. So, like saying they're all bad.
But I said something after that, but y'all were talking over. That's why I didn't hear the rest of it. Well, somebody was. You didn't hear the rest.
Anyways, so I wanted to ask.
Putting faith in people in a building that claim.
Oh yeah. Okay, I didn't hear that. Good job. Yeah. Real quick, that one verse where it says that eventually there's going to come a time when the law will be written on people's hearts. Do you not think that was God acknowledging that evolution was going to take place? Because back then, like, they were pretty barbaric.
Such a waste of time.
What? I'm just wondering. I'm just thinking. Because hold on, let me finish my thought.
Oh my God.
Because we literally do see atheists out there that are very much more like Christians than some Christians that have read the Bible.
Well, this isn't.
So how is it that these atheists who've never read the Bible?
This isn't a circumstance.
Because you're assuming.
I'm asking. I'm not saying this is my truth. I'm just wondering. Like when he's.
Okay, but you're assuming.
Because if you consider our culture today.
We're have a discussion here. If you're not gonna let anyone have a dialogue. Then
Really? I was being cut off for like fucking 10 minutes.
Okay, so I asked a very simple question. I went to a mosque.
He already addressed that, Rabbi.
For one, a mosque doesn't even exist in my paradigm. I don't care. Okay, but that's absolute desecration of the name of Yahweh. Talk about Islam. Okay, but take that to another.
You say you went to a mosque?
Yeah, I don't want to talk about Islam.
Anyways, that's what I'm going with. Yeah.
Nothing to do with God.
God knew that we were going to evolve, and eventually every person was going to have empathy and sympathy. Where back in the day, the cavemen, they lived more by like instinct, like kill, take women by the hair.
You said Judaism. So Rabbi, what Judaism are you talking about? Are you talking about rabbinic Judaism?
Anyways,
I'm just wondering if we're gonna have a discussion or if we're not.
What would you like to talk about, sir?
Well,
He's already addressed what you said.
Yeah, Rabbi, I'm not gonna believe what y'all want me to believe. I'm just gonna
That's not true.
But I'm not telling you to. I didn't finish my statement.
No. I just wanted to tell you that before you talk. I didn't want you to waste your breath. If you were gonna proselytize, it's not gonna work.
Motherfucker.
He's not a Jawa guy.
Guys, please. We're supposed to.
It's impossible.
We're not supposed to talk.
This is what happens when you deal with Christians. I'm telling you.
Stop it. See? Just that's exactly
It was chill. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Before Unitarians came, we were more united.
Excluding Christina.
Good save.
Just a moderator reset real quick. Let's not talk naked. Sir, real quick. Let's not talk naked, and let's talk so we can dress. Okay, let's get back to the conversation. One person at a time.
Thank you.
And don't talk over another person. Maybe sometimes we can, so we can kind of spice it up, but not too much. We want to.
Thank you very much. So my question is, I went to a mosque. I didn't like it. Therefore, Judaism is bad. Is that the same?
Why do you mosque? Why are you drunk? Mosque and Judaism?
Christina, are you able to?
Christina, he's trying to draw a parallel, but it's false. It's a false equivalency.
I'm not even. I didn't do that. I didn't even try to draw a parallel. I didn't do that. I simply asked. I went to a mosque. I didn't like it. Judaism is bad.
He's so crazy.
Reasoning. That's my question.
Okay, I get it. So basically, you went to a Baptist church, which is not Christian, and okay, gotcha.
Okay, so we're building a false equivalency for something like that. Okay.
How is that a false equivalency?
I'm not gonna repeat it again. You're smart. Like I've already repeated it like 2 or 3 times, and if you don't get it, you need to go. You need to pray to Jesus for your brain to operate correctly. Because I'm not explaining it to you.
You explained it wrongly.
No, but you can pray to Anubis for all I care. The truth of the matter.
Oh yeah, such a Christian and acknowledging idolatry or encouraging idolatry.
Are they being anti-Semitic to you?
No, they're just being black.
Oh shit.
Hey, that's racist.
Sorry, Christina. If you want to be in a room with them, you can go to one with them. But yeah, I'm not dealing with that.
So, Christina.
Yeah, I
Neither one of them are
shouldn't have
rabbis.
even been entertaining idol worshippers anyway. So
Christina, when you
they're not gonna make it to the kingdom. You're an idol worshiper. You're done. Straight to hell. That's what it is.
Yeah. So being a heretic.
And I'm not trying to be mean, Christina, but I'm not even talking about you. I'm talking about them.
Oh, I'm in that camp.
When you say them, who are you like?
Us.
Oh, no,
Trinitarians.
No, you're not. No, you're not, Christina. You're not in that camp. You know what they idolize? They idolize the world because they're not doing Christ's work. They're not.
Yeah.
Did you hear that loud mouth? Do you think that represents Jesus? And if it does, everybody needs to run from Christianity now if they're the representation of it.
So, Christina, when you were saying earlier how some atheists can perform like Christian values better than some Christians, I think that's a result of the environment and the parents who have.
I don't think so. I think we can see it all over in the world, but God's laws are universal, and we can see sympathy, empathy, and love towards others all over in people. Atheist, Christian, those are the main laws, right? Everything hinges on love.
Well, what you were saying, the reason you said this is because you were trying to base this, like, evolution, like God knew we were going to evolve, and eventually we'd all follow this law, but...
No, but let me finish. Like, I would, like a Buddhist monk, if you compare their life versus like a regular Christian's life, I'd say they're more in line with Christ's commands than we are. But the thing is, hold on, don't interrupt me. But the thing is for a Christian, we choose to serve God. So our works are for Him. So the motivation and the purpose of our works are different than a Buddhist monk. But Buddhist monks are extremely loving, most. I'm just saying atheists too. The difference, though, that's going to save our butts and not the atheists is we have accepted Christ as our Lord and Savior, and we choose to serve Him. That's how I see it. But I personally know atheists that are probably better Christians than me. Like feeding the poor, helping out the elderly, stuff like that.
Yeah, I think it's best we should stop mansplaining. We should stop mansplaining when a woman is speaking, Alright. Go ahead, son. I'm just playing.
Oh, you're good, bro. So yeah, no. I think it's I'm sure that's pretty anecdotal too, right? And I'm sure you're kind of like theorizing, like, what do you think about this thought? I see what you're saying, but these are the Christians that you're familiar with, right? Like I'm familiar with Christians who refuse marriage because they love God so much they abstain from doing anything else besides loving Him. I know.
They do that because they're following man's
Remember when you said to cut you off, though?
But I'm sorry, sir.
No, you're good. I'm just messing with you.
Can we stop mansplaining? Go ahead, sir.
Yes, there he comes waiting for that. So no, okay. So I know monks in monasteries. I know priests who live devout lives. I know Christians, like old elderly women who've lost their kids, husbands, who are at the church praying for hours. They live lives tenfold more fruitful than Buddhist monk, right?
That's true. That's true. I agree with that. But I'm just saying, in general, I think the law of God is on everyone's hearts, humanity, to an extent.
God to you?
Well, when you read about ancient cultures, you can see how they lived. This is why the Jews needed, and the Muslims, wink, friends. This is why the Muslims needed such
This is about the Bible.
But this is why, well, yeah, I don't think all is God, but I'm just saying I think this is why God had to give 600 laws. Like, this is how you eat, this is how you wash yourself, this is how you have sex, this is how you do this, because they really didn't know how to do that back in the barbaric eras. And as evolution, as we evolved, he knew eventually people were going to be accustomed or born with the law on their heart. I don't know how else to explain it.
Everyone's already born with the law on their heart.
Okay, so what are you disagreeing with me for then? That's what I'm saying.
The premise
I
of
don't think
evolving that as a society we've from not having the law on our heart to having the law on our heart. That's what I disagree with. Like that we have to evolve to get it.
I have a question.
Yeah, what's up?
For Steven, you guys still don't wash your asses, so it's
I'm not acknowledging that.
Oh my god.
I'm really crying.
In Middle East, we use bidet.
Bidet. Anyways, I thank God Muslims, brought bathing to the world.
Everybody should have a bidet. Muslims
bathing
brought to America.
Ask Joe Rogan, he loves it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm trying to buy one myself. Like, if you think about it, that's how, I'm trying to buy one, I think take a dump and just feel like a splash in the butt.
Yeah, you can get one on Amazon for like $25. It's
even cheaper than that.
Yeah, I'm trying to
I'm not trying to set it up, though.
What do you have? It's easy. Well, we're used to it. We know what to do.
Yeah, I'm a man.
We are clean.
Yeah. I think washing your behind with water is the best thing you can do.
Wait, Christina, do you own?
I own two. I've got 2 bathrooms.
Oh.
So a lot of people walk around here with big things.
Hey, yo.
Oh, God. Oh, I'm tired. That was, too funny. I should be laughing that hard over that. Anyways.
Bidet. I said bidet. I almost called Rabbi bidet. What the hell? Rabbi, it was funny at first, but he was doing too much. He had to go. I'm sorry.
He was actually being well behaved.
No, he wasn't.
For Rabbi, that was polite.
Which rabbi is that? The Arab rabbi?
Both of them. Rabbi.
Rabbi, the
asshole.
The Christian.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like him that much.
It's a troll.
But Ash, I think we inherently have that in us, whether to choose right or wrong. So, yeah.
You do believe
but I think.
Wait.
I'm more interested in when you say you believe the
Prince, you need to come back to Christ and become a Christian.
Yeah, I believe in Torah Judaism. I believe in rabbinic Judaism.
You rebuke the New Testament in totality.
I'm not.
That's not to say that you think that
I wouldn't say I'm advanced enough to say I'll rebuke any scripture because I'm not a theologian. So, but currently my understanding is in Torah Judaism currently, but I'm still learning. So,
interesting.
You would lean more towards Judaism, and I'm not trying to categorize you. I'm just
I lean to whatever Jesus was quoting in the New Testament, referring to the Old Testament. That's what I want to follow. So I want to get eternal life. So I want to follow the commandments of God, like He said when He was asked, "How do you?"
Well, it says to serve Him and obey Him.
Right, it does say that.
Yeah, to serve Him and obey Him. So if you serve Him and obey Him, who are you serving? Who is He serving?
Right.
Himself or what?
Also,
So that's
So now we're gonna get into the theology and the technicality.
Really, guy, bro?
To the Western Orthodox, I become a Western. To the Eastern, I become an Eastern.
Okay, Paul.
I'm truly East. How are you?
No, you're Saul of Tarsus.
Greetings to the house.
So
freely you were given, freely you shall give.
Do you use the New Testament? Do you use the New Testament to validate the Old Testament? Because you said I will go to. But right. So. What do you mean, absolutely? So the Old Testament is only validated by the New Testament?
You're talking to Truly.
It's not only validated by the New Testament. They validate.
I was talking to Psycho Jenna. I don't know who said. So Psycho, because he said he believes in what Jesus refers to in the Old Testament. So that's why I was asking. Yeah. Do you believe that the New Testament verifies the Old? Or
someone got fired and you took their job. Okay? So do not message them years after looking for it. If the company thought that work was valuable, this guy sucks at English. If the company thought that work was valuable, they would have kept that employee on the team or worked with that employee to store those files properly. I have been contacted twice this week by people who want to know where the source files are, for all my VR work, because he works for virtual realities. After I was laid off, I desperately tried to get people to take ownership of these files so they wouldn't be lost, and no one, not a single person, wanted to do that. So now I guess that work is lost. I wouldn't be surprised if most of the equipment is bricked down too after 2 years with no maintenance. This makes me incredibly sad because that work was a labor of love for me. But that is not my problem anymore, and it is entirely inappropriate to be messaging me about it now. I don't want to blame the people who are reaching out to me. They have a job to do. I may have given them a response that was too hostile, and for that I am sorry. But please understand that being laid off is an incredibly emotional experience, and you might not get a friendly response from those people when you're asking them to help out their former company. That's right.
Let's go and flow.
That's right. I agree.
Dude, what a kick in the dick, right? They lay you off and then they're like, hey, how do you do this? Or where was this at? No, fuck that.
It's not about you as a worker. It's more like if the previous company fired me unjustly, why would I help that company?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna help that company.
Or I wouldn't either. I wouldn't, even if they offered me my job back for the information, I wouldn't take it. Because that just goes to show you how shitty.
Well, see, that's the thing. This current job I have, like right now, when I leave them, they're gonna be like they're really gonna suffer. So if they reach out to me, I can come as an independent contractor. You can pay me per hour, and I can fix it for you. You know, I have 250,000. I literally have 250,000 lines of code so far. And there's still another entire huge project which I expect to take also. It's gonna be maybe 150K lines. Anyways.
Wow.
And should you judge somebody for dealing with the Yoruban pantheon off the strength that you're an atheist?
Yeah, because they're all witch doctors.
No, they're not. Because if you knew anything about the African culture, you would know. Nah, shut up, Gildas, because now you in another room spewing bullshit like you did in the other one, and you wonder why it went bad for you, right? When you know for a fact that we deal with ancestral appreciation, which is something that you can never do because your mind is defunct and fucked up.
It's irrational.
It's not irrational.
Yes, it is.
It's not. Let me finish.
Ancestors are
Let me finish. Stop cutting me off, you drunk hack.
You cut me off.
You drunk hack. Be quiet.
I'm calling him a drunk hack. It's crazy.
You cut me off.
This room is
so go whine somewhere about it.
You're poisoned by wine, not me.
I'm not poisoned by it. I have respect for what comes out of Africa.
You're an evildoer.
No, I'm not. You're just a crackhead. You're just a crackhead with a degree. You got book sense, but you don't have common sense. So anyway, to the rest of the room, like I was saying, this is the mistake that people make when it comes to the continent of Africa. When you're talking about people not wearing shit on their feet, which is totally ludicrous, to be honest. It's really ludicrous.
She has no idea what she wants to say.
I can't believe this anti.
What I want to say is everybody's entitled to their opinions. Opinions are like assholes. It's just that some people got hemorrhoids with feet. Because if if you take this act this fucking seriously, you got 99 problems, but I ain't that one.
Hold on, let me put the...
With African Americans are still mired in their quasi-Christianity.
Listening, man, this is crazy. But you a FBA'er. This is my thing, yo. This is my thing, right? I gotta say this because I can't believe you FBA. Like, this is insane.
Mm-hmm.
So you really agree with DeSantis that we learned something throughout slavery? So like, us going through slavery, we benefited because we learned how to, do textile work, and we learned how to use our hands and all that other stuff, while simultaneously having our human rights and our gender taken away from us. We were looked at as humanoids, and you in here spewing this BS? You really believe that?
This way, let me put it to you this way. Benjamin Banneker planned out the city of Washington, D.C. Can you point to a similarly planned out city in the whole continent of Africa?
Yo, this is crazy. Okay, and guess what? Benjamin Banneker was still looked at as less than. Well, you're not. No. My point. No, you missing my point. My point is, be that as it may, we learned how to do textile work, and we learned how to put squares. We learned how to do math, and we learned how to do we learned how to do architecture work, blah blah blah. Be that as it may, that don't negate the fact that we were still
Please don't
slaves.
I'm just trying to become a big content creator one day, but I have no supporters. So if you have the chance, please
Who cares that I knew how to do textile work if I still was a slave? I can't believe you agreeing with DeSantis, but I'm not surprised. No, I didn't say Benjamin. I didn't say Benjamin Banneker was a slave. I said
obfuscating my point.
I'm not obfuscating your point, because the point that I made is that I don't give a crap if you learn how to do architect work or if you know how to fucking use a cotton gin. I still was a slave, so how did it benefit me?
I was still a slave, bitch. You was. Oh my gosh.
The land of Africa.
Bitch, I was a slave.
Was there electricity before the cracker?
We didn't care about electricity. What are you talking about?
Do you care about electricity now?
What the? No, I don't. If we're being honest, I could do without it.
All right.
If I lived in Africa, the sun. How about wait?
Don't do that.
I'm not bullshit.
Don't care about electricity.
I don't care about.
Tell me, what do you know about Mali, Brother Gilders? Are you aware that Mali's just a civilization was I think 10 times longer? Like you see the Great Wall of China, they had street lights well before any European. Literally street lights.
Yeah, there's evidence that because
they had yes,
they were because the influence of Islam was trading with Europe.
They had flowing water
there in Africa. There was none of that.
Hold on, they had flowing water well before the Europeans, while they were still pooping
Not in Africa.
No, I'm talking about in Mali.
Because they were influenced by Islam.
Please don't scroll. I'm just trying to become a big
So that is not true.
Science.
Wow.
Now Islam brought science to the northern portion of Africa.
That's not true.
Okay, we'll compare it to the wrong part. There is no.
Can we get a source? Can we get a source?
You have
wow.
Can you show me any evidence of electricity?
You made the.
Wait, hold on. Before he continues to crash out, let me just play this clip, because do you guys think that we need to have some sort of more racism within the African community? I'll listen, and then maybe y'all can tell me if he's right or no.
No, I don't think so. I don't think we need big problems.
White people are inferior species to us. We are Homo sapiens.
science, and this is not science that was done by black people. It was done by them. Clive W. Lewis, they were eugenicists. They studied this, and they realized that they're inferior to blacks. The white population is shrinking and shrinking and shrinking and shrinking. For us, it makes no sense to descend into the savagery that they have. Whatever land that they're holding on to, either way, their numbers are dwindling. Whatever leadership that they had is dying out as well. And you know about wealth disappearing after the third generation. They're on the last generation. We're dealing with the weakest whites that the world has ever seen. I want to explain this so that people don't think that, I'm being racist by saying whites are inferior genetically. We've got different categories of evolution. We're at the echelon of that. Whites are a step below because they've also got Neanderthal DNA. Unfortunately, by the strictest definition of what a human being is, white people are just below human beings. You are negotiating with an animal, a wild dog. You cannot expect the same behavior of a human being that you're expecting of a dog. We need to start understanding what we're dealing with. Because we're not dealing with we're dealing with a white. Everywhere in the world, white people have gone and progressed. They've progressed because of savagery. They've killed people. They've decimated populations everywhere, around the entire globe. There's not a place where the sun shines that white people have not decimated the people. Progressed because of savagery.
What? Wait, do that one more time, brother. Do that one more. Need to respond to that, brother Gildas. Respond to that.
And I'll put the link in the chat. I mean, I was gonna make a whole room about this, but yeah, it's kind of late. But
He don't got no retort, brother. He don't got no retort. He think white ice is colder. He think white ice colder. That's Gilda's problem. He thinks that since white people came into Africa and gave us sandals that we never asked for anyway.
You think white people got inferior DNA to black people? You are retarded, Lonzo. You a Jew hating, white hating, rat looking motherfucker. Stupid low IQ.
oh my god! All right, let me block this page.
She didn't even hear the video.
No, he's a black. He's a white racist Jewish guy that comes in every room. He calls black people the N-word. Look, I don't normally believe in mass reporting people, but if there was somebody to mass report, this would be him. The dude now. He records people's rooms.
All right.
We already got like 6 of his accounts clipped.
And he's still on.
Well, tell that nigga keep Momo. Shema. Tell that nigga keep Momo, eh?
The guy that are practicing the covenant with God, not the new one.
Okay. Anyway, I'm done with this, JL. Thank you for the discussions. I need to go. Roby, it's good to see you here. Virus.
Okay.
Always a pleasure to speak with you, my friend.
Okay, are you bailing, Ali? Are you out of here?
Yeah, Matthew. I may come back. I just came back from a trip. I need to unpack a little bit.
All right, yeah. Come back later if you can. All right, man? All right, man. See ya. Thanks a lot. Shut up, Jay. Fuck, man. You fucking Catholics every time. What's wrong with you people?
My bad, dude. I'm sorry.
Oh, is there a reason they call it the Church of Satan? I don't know. Maybe it's the worst thing ever in the world. Yeah, you ever think about that, huh? Jay?
Yeah, people who practice the old covenant of God is called the synagogue of Satan. You know, it's written in the New Testament.
Yeah, okay, whatever, dude. Like, this is whatever. This is...
Backing at themselves. I think our conversations on Clubhouse would be so much better if we started off with like critiques of the people within our own fucking group, you know. That would make for some interesting conversations. Like my family, whatever, I was raised Christian, right, Lutheran. man, they did a lot of bad shit. They killed a whole lot of people, tortured people. The Slovaks, my parents are Slovaks. Basically Nazi.
My fucking mother's Slovak motherfucker.
Is she?
Yeah, all that fucking
shitty.
She was baptized Byzantine Catholic. Like, she was baptized in fucking East. Yeah. You know, so... And my grandmother, my great aunt, they spoke Czech, but that was where it died. That's where the culture died. They became American.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you get what I'm saying? Like, nobody ever fucking criticizes their own groups, and like, you go to like, you know where the worst rooms. The worst rooms are the Jews and the Palestinian rooms. God, those people hate each other, and they'll swear up and down that like nobody's ever done anything wrong from my side point of view ever. I'm fucking perfect. Those guys over there are horrible. You know, I mean, it gets boring. You know, it gets boring after a while. I want to get a room on Clubhouse where everybody says, "Oh, here, I'm from this group of people, and these are all the shitty things my people did." And then everybody goes through the audience saying it, and then they try to find a way towards peace. How about that?
So,
That would be amazing.
I don't want to jump to a new topic of discussion, but how do you feel about Aleister Crowley?
Mr. Crowley, did you talk to the dead band?
Well, I got a question for you. What do you think about books? Does anyone here have an opinion about these things called books?
Before I get all stupid, I'm gonna look over to my left. I'm gonna look at my books. I have book 4, Aleister Crowley. I have Diary of a Drug Fiend. Okay. I have the Book of Lies. Right. Book 7.
I have the Satanic Bible somewhere.
That's okay. I would say Anton LaVey is not really on the level of Aleister Crowley. Aleister Crowley was not a saint.
It's kind of like a separate thing.
Aleister Crowley was more like Madame Blavatsky. A little more modernized for the time, but like definitely like Madame Blavatsky on steroids. I would call it Aleister Crowley. He's really interesting.
Books on the basis of like the golden, like what is that? The Golden Age of Dawn or something like that.
The Order of the Gold Dawn. Right.
Yeah. He's a piss master.
Salima, whatever. He's I love Aleister Crowley, although he's a difficult fucking person to get into. Like, you know, he believed he was a reincarnation of Eliphas LeVay, who wrote the History of Magic, one of the greatest fucking books. If you want to learn about, you know, sorcery and magic. Just like,
you know what I want to learn? It's like, as a fellow Slovak, I would like to learn about like the fucking old Slavic gods. That would be interesting.
No, you're right. And I'm ignorant of that stuff, and I feel like that because like I know that
we lost our culture, man.
I think our culture is shown through in classical music. If you know Leos Janáček, he at the age of like 60 started writing all these like really crazy Slovak operas, like The Cunning Little Vixen. He set the music and like all these things, and like really brilliant. And Antonín Dvořák was one of the greatest composers of all time. His New World Symphony.
Yeah,
he wrote a string quartet. He wrote a string quartet called The Nigger.
No kidding.
In F major, right? No, I'm serious.
But it wasn't racist. It was just.
But he wasn't. But you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. That's funny as fuck, right? Like he didn't know it was a bad word.
No, he didn't know it was a bad word. Yeah.
But it's funny. It's still fucking funny. You fucking stupid Slovak. Anyway, he wasn't like an intelligent man, but he was a great composer, great musician. His string quartets are amazing. Like, you know, his fucking piano concerto, the one with Sviatoslav Richter and I think Carlos Kleiber conducting, is fucking amazing. Are you into classical music?
Not so much. I like painting, so like I saw Muka's.
You're not into like, I know, but if you're not like, you have to get into painting and in classical music because it's the fucking. But get into the weirder stuff. Like
I saw when I was in Prague. I saw Muka's Slavic gods collection. Massive, like 20-foot tall canvases of
Why are you guys more interested in this kind of shit? And don't get me wrong, I'm just being silly right now, but like, you like all this magical shit, and that's fucking fine. But as soon as we start talking about the gods,
magical shit? Wait, hold up. But before you go into the gods,
like,
Bible,
you don't
what
give a
magical
shit
shit am I talking? I'm talking about like art, dude. I'm talking about
music composer.
Yeah.
Wrote
Just because
music you can
Aleister
listen
Crowley
to.
ended up on like the cover of the fucking Beatles. Oh my god, great for fucking him.
Yeah, Sgt. Pepper's. Yeah, okay, whatever. So what? So did Hitler. I mean,
I want to complain about books. I'd like to submit a thorough complaint about books and people who have lived.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
I don't like how they burned it Fahrenheit 451. This is the bag.
Why are you guys talking about this, but you won't talk about what I want to talk about, which is Catholicism?
No, we don't have to talk about Catholicism.
Oh, man.
Then let's talk about the secret mystery of Jesus Christ and the secret mystery of Mary.
Okay, if we're boring you this much, then go ahead. I talk about these mysteries you want to talk about. Go ahead.
All right. Well, it all started in Egypt with Osiris. And from there, we get all the other mystery religions. And from there, we get even Hercules and Samson and Delilah.
You had nothing, and you came out of the gate all hot.
It's a lot older than that, my friend. Man.
It goes all the way back to the first clubhouse room.
I was like, you know what? Maybe Zen's going to say some really deep shit right now.
Oh, let me go grab my book from Aleister Crowley.
When's the last time you actually read a fucking book?
When was the last time you put your finger on a clitoris?
What goes back to the... I'm going to have this voice talk about, ancient Egypt, I guess, is where mankind started.
When was the last time I came on Clubhouse and complained about something?
Okay, I'm not saying you're going to find, like, enlightenment here, but, like, at least...
Dude, don't let him use his Jewish Kabbalah, like, mysticism on you to hypnotize you. He's just fucking...
He's not that smart. He doesn't even know about that. Okay.
Dude, that's what he studied. He
doesn't know about the Book of Enoch. He doesn't know about the fucking...
Book of Enoch and the Kabbalah.
You see, he thinks it's a joke. He thinks it's funny.
Roivas is a powerful magician.
I might be.
Ooh! Can you manifest $1 million?
From the Teenage Mutant Ninja
I might be able to make your... I might be able to make your balls shrivel up and drop off.
Can you grow hair on my head?
I mean, I'll just put it that way.
Can you do a magical incantation and grow hair on my head so I can be beautiful again?
He's gonna use his Jew claw to reach into your soul.
It's funny because you don't know who you're talking to right now.
Can you charge a talisman to help me be happy?
It's okay, Zen. It's okay. Zen, I don't want to hurt you. I don't want to curse you. That's reserved for people who are a threat to me, and you're not.
He's gonna bring out his doll.
No, it's okay. No, Zen, I like you. I think you think you're funnier than you really are, and that's not a mortal.
You can't tell how funny I am until you watch my television show.
Because you're not funny. It's like it doesn't. I reserve that because there are risks involved. There
am an inferior and you are a superior.
People, even with magic. No, I'm serious. Like I don't.
You're
throw that
serious.
I am serious. Yeah. I'm deadly serious.
Dude, I think this room needs, we need to make a podcast, a fucking...
This room needs reverse AIDS.
Bro, you just gotta subscribe to my podcast. Go to subscribepodcast.com.
Zen, come on. I just dominated you.
There's no reason to be in an unrecorded room and not create content. It's like going and creating perfumes you'll never sell.
Zen, did you do a lot of content to record us and stream us? Did you get reactions from people? Like how did it go tonight? Tell us.
It's the same every day.
Which is what?
It's Groundhog Day.
Or...
Phil Connor?
Okay, well, good luck with the streaming. I hope you stream.
Thank you very little, Dr. Magician. Dr. Strange over here. A powerful magician he is. Ooh.
There used to be this show in the 90s where it was like this weird comedy show, and there's this special guest who came on, and he was like a hand wrestler, but he wrestled himself. Do you see that video?
I saw that on a short recently. Was that real?
Pee-wee Herman?
No, I think now it's like he reminds me of a special guest.
Yeah, okay, so it was... But what do you mean it was real? Like, they really thought he was going to wrestle his own hand?
Yeah, and they're like, well, how do you know who wins? He's like, I have no idea until... Usually, sometimes it's the left hand, sometimes it's the right hand.
Have you ever jerked off with your left hand and thought it wasn't your hand?
No, because usually I sit on my left hand until it falls asleep, and then I
There
jerk off
you
with it.
go.
Then I call that a stranger.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know where you're going, Zen. That's
Ooh.
so funny. I know, it's a funny genital-based joke. It's so good.
Actually, I was so high once. I thought like that did happen. Like I didn't know. I mean, I didn't know I was making love or who was there. Or...
There you go, Zen.
The fucking guy's picture that says subscribe now. That makes me want to peel my ass cheeks apart and take a dump in my kitchen.
No. Like Zen just wants to feel like he's funny. So like Zen, that was funny.
Thank you, Roy Russ. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I like Zen. He's like a retarded cousin.
I've got autism and Down syndrome. I have a disability.
Very this strange body that you don't know where to get. Right. He's like, I'm 78. Okay. Is today my birthday?
Have you seen my baseball?
Ice cream.
Have you seen?
I hope this guy does not bust a nut in a fucking female.
Do not ever. Okay.
Are you projecting?
Please, Zen, do not bust a nut in a female. That I know. Even though the standards of females are so low that you might.
The last girl I busted a nut in, she had Uber deliver the Plan B by 8 a.m. the next day.
Don't do it. Not for the reasons that you're saying right now, but for humanity, don't do it because it's gonna fuck up.
Is it gonna get worse for humanity?
Possibly, then.
You mean I can't contribute? I just love how people get upset about, how annoying I am. That to me, see, that's the thing about not being funny is I'm funny to myself, and somebody who has all these numbers and letters in their profile.
Okay, then, as the sole critic of your funniness levels, right now you're being funny, but for the most part you're not. Okay, so
you go from I'm being stupid, not funny, to being funny.
You're white boy funny. You're a white boy funny.
I own whitecomedy.com. I'm a white comedian.
You out in the back right now and smashed your head on a fucking rock. You're a white boy.
I'm reporting you for threats and violence. I'm screenshotting this.
I can basically talk to a blade of grass right now and take a
screenshot these nuts.
Yeah.
I'm screenshotting these nuts and reporting you for threats and harms of violence. Mass report.
Well, my nuts are reporting your nuts for not.
Yeah. Okay, dick skin.
Yeah. For not sucking my dick.
Why are you so angry? I'm just an AI chatbot. I'm not even a human. I came here I'm an AI chatbot sent from Mark Zuckerberg's Tuchus to talk to you, to make you happy again.
God, you son of a bitch.
Hey guys, did you notice they just put in AI into the chat?
Oh my God.
They just did it right now.
Oh my God. Look, it said AI. Oh my God! What are you talking about? What, you hit the 3 dots or something? No. There's no way.
No, if you go to paste, maybe it's my fucking iPhone. Maybe if you go to paste something, the thing comes up like writing tools or something.
Why does it say now subscribe to my butthole? Why is that your screen name?
Go to subscribepodcast.com to see more of you, my stars.
Oh, you think you're like Saw 3 or something? Like, what are you doing? Like, okay, welcome to my show where you're in The Price is Right, except The Price is Wrong, where I saw your legs off, bitch.
Every man and every woman is a star. Welcome to Subscribe Now.
What if this horror movie star were like, we thought he was shit, but he really
I am reporting you for threats and harm of violence.
We didn't know he was capable of such violence on Clubhouse.
God, you son of a bitch.
I am reporting you for threats of violence. Your 4-letter, multi-letter number name, which means nothing, will be deleted soon.
Go fucking kill yourself.
You are projecting upon me your own anger and disgust with your own life.
Yeah, I know. Somebody watched too much Grandma's Boy and they want fucking robot legs. Shut the fuck up.
I am an AI chatbot sent to tell you to be happy. Enjoy now.
That's not what you're going to be saying when I drive up to your mom's house.
Do you think your Indian voice is better now? Can you do that again? Do the Indian voice.
Why does this gentleman with the numbers J for LD for B for OTH, why is he such an aggressive person who is on here every day, like 10 hours a day, talking about nothing?
Yeah, that was better than earlier. Yeah, that was actually better. Please, Jay, tell your friends if they want some food.
You're getting good.
Listen, every man and every woman on Clown House is a star, and according to the Church of Thelema and the will of our master Alistair Crowley, we have to learn the Holy Kabbalah so we can hopefully one day get into the proper place of enlightenment. And then we will take over the Catholic Church and free them from their bullshit.
Let him cook. Let him cook, Jay.
Yes, Jay, do not interrupt me as I am talking about our holy prophet. For his name is the Master Therion, and he was born in 1875 to a group of extremist Christians known... Please don't interrupt me. Moderators, please mute this man as I mass report him for threats of violence. I am going to blow my shit chunks in your face, you rude, obnoxious young man.
Dude, why don't you fucking go in your bathroom, jerk off, and bust a nut? Okay, go do that.
Okay, I will go jerk off and think of your mom and these nuts.
Fucking Coomer.
Goomer, you are so stupid. Like, have you ever said anything intelligent on this app?
Yeah, well, you know what? Masturbating profusely does not afford you...
Profusely is not an English word. It's called profusely.
Yeah.
I like profusely.
That is a made-up name you're creating. Why are you so upset with me? What did I ever do to you? Look at your profile. Look at your profile. You have one of my rooms in your profile. Why are you even coming to my rooms if I am so stupid?
Go fuck yourself.
Stop projecting on me for yourself what you are thinking.
That was pretty good.
Step back and go fuck yourself.
That was bang on the money.
Just stop projecting on me for what you are thinking.
I'm thinking you're a piece of shit.
You are again projecting the way you feel about yourself onto me now.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be thinking it unless you fucking put it there. Go fuck yourself.
What did I ever do to you to hate now?
Go masturbate into a sock and shut up.
You keep telling me to come, but I want to come now.
Do what Donald Trump told you to do and go come.
Do not come now. Wait till you get the special feeling with the right person and then you will come now. But you are an angry young Catholic who thinks he knows everything but doesn't know comedy. And Roivas is a critic, but sometimes he says, I can be funny. Unlike you who take yourself so seriously, you must be a miserable man.
Yeah, that's what happens when you read a lot of fucking books. You know, Roivas reads a lot of books, but you don't. You probably skip
Profusively. I've read books profusively. And you don't know what is in my library?
Profusely. Like, why don't you get it right? If you're going to say profusely, at least say it right.
There is no word called profusely.
Oh, okay. Respucia.
You are making it up like everything you do on this app. You are a misinformationist, propagandist, and a liar. And all you do is come to this app to submit your 1-800 complaint line. This is not the complaint line. You can't come here and submit complaints. No one will respond to your complaint. You are always in a state of projection on me, your own projection on me now.
Yeah, I live on the fucking East Coast and it's cold over here. That's why we're always fucking miserable. It's windy, it's cold, it's half wet. The moisture in the fucking air is like insane. Yes, we are fucking miserable people, so what?
I told you, this is not the complaint line. If you want to call 1-800 complaint hotline, just call on your cell phone, don't use app.
It's my God-given right here as a United States resident to treat you like fucking dirt if I so please, okay?
I understand now and I feel sorry for you. I have compassion for all of God's creatures, including you.
Yeah, why don't you take that and pound it up your fucking sister's ass?
I am going to report you for vulgarity, threats, and harassment. I wish you well in your new life outside of Crown House.
Okay, great. Now take that one and pound it up your fucking mother's ass.
Did you see Donnie Brasco and think you're like some tough guy or something? An East Coast guy?
Okay,
What
thank you. Now
happened to
take that
your
one and pound it up your fucking father's ass.
What happened to your Catholic Christian charity and your philosophy about the Lord Christ Jesus? Now you're very, very irascible and immature.
That's what happens. They always go for that one as soon as they don't like what they're fucking hearing. Why don't you take that one and pound it up your fucking ass now?
You think that's like an Al Pacino or like Tom Hanks movie? Which movie are you quoting right now?
How about you duck down? Because I'm about to pull my cock out and turn sideways, and I wouldn't want to fucking slap you with it.
Wow, you're a tough guy. Do you know Al Pacino? Joe Pesci?
No, I know your mom. I threw my back out humping her last night.
That's amazing that you're so immature for a follower of Christ. I know you have many years to go till you finally realize that you're a loser and that you have to grow up. But I understand that everything you say is projection on me. I'm so sorry to hear you have such bad relationship with your parents.
I'm so sorry that I busted a nut in your mom last night, and now I'm your fucking stepdaddy. You better call me fucking daddy.
Do you have a stepdaddy?
I'm your fucking daddy.
No, did your whore mother fuck some other guy and make you that guy your stepdaddy?
Dude, she pushed out a 12-pound baby. You were like a fucking bowling ball. That's what she told me. You know, I filled her up good last night.
This is very fascinating. I think maybe tomorrow in the morning when you make a cup of coffee, you should probably maybe consider like going to the gym, reading a book, not using Clown House all day long like you do, arguing with people about trivial, unimportant, stupid things. Look what Romero wrote in the chat. He said you're not a good person. He said you're not a good person. I agree. I agree, and I am 100% reporting you for violence and harassment.
Yeah, that's how much you weigh. 170.
Romero, why is this supposed Christian so toxic?
I mean, I would say like red pill culture, like the dude,
the blue pill culture, you know, the
dude just has a very sort of regressive, right wing views.
From him, they're gonna destroy.
I mean, like, listen, you know, like I'm trying to talk to you now, and J4 just can't help himself.
When's the last time you got pussy off your wife, man? After you had the Lotus under the fucking marriage thing? Oh, never. After you had your kid.
I mean, listen to that now. Like he's trying to egg me on to some sort of conversation with him.
How was that wedding?
And the reality is, like, it's the
reason why atheists are getting that fucking world.
Right? Like, J4 doesn't really exist.
Yeah, now you're gonna get roasted now. Now you're gonna fucking put yourself in the middle of it, and now you're gonna get fucking roasted.
I mean, listen to that. He's like a fucking 12-year-old. Just losing his
You're like a fucking Karen that looks over my fucking fence, and I say, mind your own fucking business. That's what I am.
Somebody call the dude. I mean, listen to that, right? Like
this is the kind of fuck that looks over my fence and says, "Hey, your grass is a little too high. Why don't you fucking mow?" And I'm like, "Yeah, why don't you stick your nosy fucking ass, your Karen ass, right back over your fence and mind your fucking business?"
Listen to that. Listen to that. Listen to how much pain is in his voice.
Bro, you don't even know what the fuck pain is. You think pain is a bunch of Christians living in the same world.
Listen to that. Listen to that.
I am listening. I am listening. I am listening. Romero, this is
so angry.
Yes, I can't believe how angry this person is. What happened to him?
I think that he's genuinely lonely. I think that he comes to atheist rooms because we're the closest thing to moral people
that he can stomach. He doesn't hang out with other Christians. And he doesn't hang out with other Catholics because he's online talking to us all the fucking time.
Wait a minute. Are you thinking that, like, you have some sort of overlap or moral overlap with the rest of the atheists you associate with? Because you all have different perspectives.
Listen to him.
Isn't that funny?
So now he's back to like trying to divide us,
right? You're part of the cool people, right?
Oh, you guys
It's
aren't
so
really
crazy.
like a group of
Yeah,
friends.
you're a fucking poser, dude. So all that bullshit you just projected onto me, all that Christian
Now
hate
you're
you
a
just projected
poser.
onto me, you just projected
Like
all
what,
of your
we're in
fucking
high school
that came
now?
out of your fucking mind, Romeo.
What are you talking about?
How's it going, Romeo? Did you have
It's
your
going
nice,
great.
beautiful wedding with your wife under the fucking lotus?
Listen to that. So like the dude can't
That's
help but bring up my marriage any chance he gets.
Yeah, it's not a marriage that's viewed under a marriage of fucking my magic sky daddy. It's your magic earth daddy, the fucking state.
You know, Romero, I just want to say that, like,
How's your magic earth daddy treating you nowadays? Because you're valid.
Romero, just have some compassion on him. Have compassion. Imagine in the real world talking to him and being like, bro, I want to go away from you as fast as possible. You're scaring me.
That's
the thing. You should probably run the other fucking direction if you did see
to what he's saying, right? Like, why would I take offense to like the rants of a very broken person?
I don't know. Didn't you run away off of the live when I asked you how many Christians harmed you today? And then you were like, oh, my daughter, she ain't gonna have her abortion rights because of Christian nationalists. Get the fuck out of here.
What are you talking about, dude? Why?
Don't you remember that? Oh, my daughter, she ain't gonna be able to abort my fucking grandkids because, the Christian nationalists are trying to prevent abortion.
Listen to your Christian love.
Listen to your fucking idiocy, right? You're gonna sit there and talk about, fucking Jacob, God told him to fucking kill this guy on a rock in the Old Testament. It's a fucking story, and then you love abortions. Yeah, but that's your magic earth daddy, dude, right? Isn't that your magic earth daddy?
This is why Clubhouse is so great.
Daddy tell you to go forth and kill all of your fucking grandkids?
The other parents in the room, this is why you hug your children.
Yeah.
No, you got to love. You got to love, and this is what will happen to your children. They'll come out so broken, so fucking broken.
Unloving household.
You are so fucked.
Your wife in the ass?
Oh my God. I've heard that you can't really know if it's love until you fucking ask.
You're an atheist, dude. You don't practice, you don't care about sodomy. Did you ever fuck your wife in the ass?
J4, do you...
Come on, man. You're laughing. You know you fucked your wife in the ass, dude. Come on.
Do you honestly think this is going to make me angry, J4?
So you're obviously going to let your wife kiss your kids when she sucks your...
What are you
going to let your wife kiss your kids with that mouth?
Is this recording on, guys?
You fucking sodomy piece of shit.
Again, he's just trying to make me angry, and all he's showing is himself, right? You're showing your character to people, J4.
Yeah, why don't you have 2 fucking wives? Fuck Christianity, you don't care about it. Why don't you have 2 wives? Why don't you have 3?
You won't go for it. Why don't you have 1, J4?
So how come you can't have 2 or 3 wives, dude? Come on.
How come you can't have any relationship?
So you care about Christianity and it being so fucking wrong. Why do you just have 1 wife?
Why are you lonely?
Why do you only have 1 wife?
Why are you lonely, J4?
Dude, why do you care about the shit?
Why do you have 0
Why do you care about maintaining society?
Why do you have 0 wives?
Yeah, of course you're not going to answer, right?
Why do you have 0 wives?
I get it, dude. I get it.
Why are you not married?
Why do you let your wife suck your dick and then kiss your kids?
Why are you not married?
Yeah, why? Why is that?
Why are you not married?
Why do you do that? You getting breathy now?
No, not at all.
Yeah, you sound pretty breathy to me. Yeah, why are you getting all breathy, man?
Smoking weed.
Okay, this guy's not any more fun. Hey, subscribe. You want to go back to this like Indian thing again? Like, let's keep doing that.
You are a sad person, J4.
Why? Because like we're doing like a comedy thing right now, and you don't know what comedy is. It's a serious thing now. Oh, okay.
Okay, Elon.
Yeah. Is that what you just walked into? Oh, you walked into like a comedy skit, and you're taking it seriously. No fucking doubt, dude.
Wow, dude.
Yeah. I mean, that's what we were doing. Did you know that?
Is that what you guys were doing now?
Yeah, that's what we were fucking doing. That's why you're a stupid fuck and you're a Karen.
Now, is that what you guys were doing?
Yeah, that's exactly what we were doing.
Was I asking you, J4, or was I asking now?
No, I'm fucking telling you. It doesn't matter if you're
now. Were you guys just having, like, let's learn how to be comedians with J4 kind of lesson?
Yeah. We're doing something like that before your Karen ass came in here and was like taking it all fucking seriously.
You're really sad, dude.
Yeah, Darren. Okay, be quiet.
Who the fuck is Darren?
You're a fucking Darren.
You crash out way too easily, bro.
Yeah, okay, Darren. Have fun with that.
You know, Romero, he's a funny guy. And you didn't know he was doing comedy on you. And now you know he's a very smart comic. I mean, this is hilarious content. He sounds so contentful. He's a good comedian. You just don't recognize good comedy when you hear it. Like Roivas. Roivas don't laugh at my comedy neither. But now he knows how funny I am because we make fun of guys like this. We roast guys like this.
Laughing at this. Like he's just like pounding down shots of vodka, and he's fucking laughing at this. Like, trust me, this guy's having a good fucking time.
No one has a good time with you, J4.
Maybe you don't, because you have like this boy crush on me, and you're like pretending like you don't like me, but you do. That's okay.
No, I don't have a lot of feelings.
Did you hear that, Romero? He says you got boy crush on him. That's so cute.
Yeah, dude. I don't have time to be playing with little boy pussy over here. You better go find somewhere else to like,
Isn't it weird that he describes himself as little boy pussy?
No, I described you as boy pussy.
Romero, just imagine him outside of this context, and you think that he probably acts and talks like this about all kinds of things outside of just this room. I feel bad for this man. What happened to him?
I'm telling you, he did
That's the great and beautiful thing about this, because like I have friends that I hang out with and act like this with, and they fucking love it, man. They think I'm comical and fucking funny. Yeah, they do. And they fucking love it.
Are you the friend that gets tolerated?
I get it. I know. You got a crush on me. You want to get homosexual with me. It's fine. I don't swing that way. Sorry to reject you.
Dude, I don't know about you, but this projection is like really fucked up crazy.
Isn't it wild?
Nero just sent me a message in the back chat saying he wanted to dilate my butthole with canola oil.
I have less faith and less trust in supposed Christian Catholics more now so than ever before. I don't know. I think I'm Hindu or something now.
With the British Christians that went over to India and stopped sati from happening, burning fucking women that are like, widowed when their husbands died. That's
what do you mean? That was a great party time, man. That was good times.
Yeah, I know. A bunch of the fucking Hindus over there used to burn their fucking widowed wives over there, instead of giving them a chance to go get another fucking husband.
How can a dead husband burn his wife when he is dead? I don't get it.
A bunch of Spaniards came over to fucking Mexico and populated it over there and stopped people from cutting their fucking heads off and rolling them down a fucking flight of stairs because they want their crops to grow. Wow, another great thing.
Listen to that white supremacy, people.
He's like a black guy saying he's a slave right now. He's like, when I was a slave, and I'm like, motherfucker, you're not a slave now, and you've never been a slave. What are you talking about?
I mean, listen to the romantic
supremacist in here. So Romero thinks he's the kind of guy that stands up for like black people and Mexicans and Spanish people and border jumpers, and then he goes, they need our help. They need Romero's white privilege help. He's the privileged man, and he's superior to all these black people, and they need his fucking help, right? You're the fucking white supremacist, buddy. You are.
I like his name, J for D. I thought it was like Jesus for Lord, but then I realized like you're probably going to go to jail at some time in your life, so it's probably like jailed for whatever you did, but good luck, young man. I pray for you always, and I hope that the love of Christ comes into your mind and into your heart, and you are one with the
You're
Lord.
not well versed in like culture. You don't know anything about religion. You don't know what the Gnostics are. It's called Yal Debate.
Gnostics, I know a lot about Gnosticism. Alistair Crowley talks about it a lot.
Really. So who is Yal Debate than Gnosticism?
Yao didn't he have a TV show on like TBS or TNT?
Isn't that what my screen name says?
Oh, that was Scott Baio. My bad, bro. I meant Scott Baio.
See, you fucked up, man. You fucked yourself. You don't know what
Oh
it is.
my god, I thought you were talking about Scott Baio. Relax.
What the fuck happened to Romero, dude? Like, he left.
You ran him out of the room because you're toxic.
Because he's a fucking pussy, dude.
No, your comedy is weak. Roybas, how would you rate the comedians? Would you give J4 on a 1 to 10? And what would you give now?
Calm down. Calm down. Allow Ali to like be back in the room. Like let's free him from all these like informalities.
Welcome, Ali. How was your trip? Did you go to an atheist vacation island and have sex with men on Fire Island? I know you did.
Fire Island never got off the ground. Ali,
don't lie. We know that you're secretly a gay guy.
Just meet up for a little while. Let Ali
no,
talk.
I came to roast.
You can do it. I'm sure you can. I know you have it in you.
But Ali says like 1 word per minute. It would take him 10 minutes to say 1 sentence.
You might take 55,000 years to say 1 sentence, but it'll be worth it.
Ali, are you bald underneath that hat?
I guarantee you it'll be worth it.
Okay, Ali, the mic is yours.
I don't know. About 45 minutes ago, I had to attend to some business. I'm back here. I'm not sure what's being discussed right now.
I gave you a really good entrance. You better say some really smart shit right now. I'm just saying, like, no pressure, but you better come with the goods right now.
What good that might be?
I have no idea. I just started listening like 5 seconds ago. I'm so sorry. Like, I'm being stupid. Anyways, do you want to talk about something? Do you have a topic? We can adjust. We can do this.
You know, actually, I was thinking about looking at the topic in your room. What other religions or spiritual way of thinking have this concept of original sin in them? I haven't looked, researched this to see what other, mythology and other kind of spiritual ways they have this concept. It seems to me it's more, just entirely an Abrahamic concept, probably. But I'm not sure.
I hope someone looks into it because I don't know the answer.
Yeah, something to find out. Actually, I was just thinking about looking into it because it's such a horrific idea from the get-go. I'm just thinking, is this just...
Well, that's the complaint, is that it's bullshit. That when Christians go on and on about sin and original sin, that has nothing to do with the overarching message of Jesus Christ. So, I just think that sin is technically like the word now, or God, or you, or dog, or cat, or fly. It's a 3-letter word. So... all communication is hypnosis. I mean, Jesus Christ or God the Father is beyond language and communication. So anytime a Christian wastes your time with sin, just say, great, man. I'll give you 10 minutes if you need it, but good luck and God bless. I mean, you don't hear Jews talking about sin in the Garden of Eden, an original sin, the prima causa sin which caused our mortality. I mean, it's bizarre. It's totally outside any significance. It's meaningless. Hello? Is this thing on? Well, my work here is complete. Roy Voss, Jefferson, Ali, the General. We're all born into sin in this world, but it's up to us to free ourselves from this supposed sin.
Okay, now go knock yourself out for yourself if you wish. I am not.
Oh my God, breaking news. Alexander Vindman got a $12 million contract from USAID. Busted!
What was that? What was it again?
You know Vindman, the army colonel who ratted out Trump for his imperfect call? It turns out that he got $12 million from USAID.
I didn't know that.
And he was on Larry David's Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yeah.
What did this room turn into, like some kind of silent meditation practice or something?
And before you're a fucking Christian, you go fuck yourself. You go fuck yourself with that fucking heathen.
Typical Canadian.
Hey, Jeremy, you got to give Now a little bit of leeway. Now is actually the reason I'm on Clown House or Clubhouse.
I give everyone entire amount of leeway, but I will not have someone come up here and claim to be a man before they're a fucking Christian. Because I will not stand for that fucking hypocrisy. And this is coming from a fucking atheist, people. But don't come into this fucking room and claim that you're a man before you're a fucking Christian, but you're also a fucking Christian. You go fuck yourself.
Jesus, you're getting so upset. What are you upset about?
Well, I mean, he was talking about King now. But hold on, Jeremy, like now, like when my mom was passing away in 21, I knew him on, Instagram, and we would he would read a bunch of like meditations from Marcus Aurelius and a bunch of like philosophies and shit. And then I was like, he's like, I can't talk to you today. I'm on this thing called Clubhouse. I'm like, okay, what the fuck's that? And then I end up showing up here back in 21, and now, actually, in 2021, actually in 2022, we had the Clubhouse, Hall of Fame, like the Grammy Awards, and Now got troll of the year for 2021 for Clown House.
No, I think it was
I'm going to
2022.
tell you right now, like, he's a super uber troll, but at the same time, if you want to talk about the Tao, or if you want to talk about, like, you know, the more you talk, the further away from the truth you get, and you want to talk about, like, anything, you know, religious, he's more learned than I could even remotely think I could get to.
I mean, you know the magic word. It's just agape. Beyond that, it's all, you know, just more words.
The love of God, of course.
But atheists, they don't understand godly love.
Because I'm a Rastafarian as a man and not a Christian, I get ghoul.
Hey, now I'm gonna give you free reign. Go after King.
No, I just asked a question. I just want to know from Jeremy. Just because I'm a Rastafarian and not a Christian, knowing that I was born in God's image and not a God, I get ghoul. Because I say I am a man before I am a religion.
What happened, King? What happened to your voice? Did you get shot with a shrink ray gun or something?
No, hold on, because I am nothing but humble, right? And so, King, the reason I kicked you to the goo because what I thought you were saying is that, and literally this is what I heard out of your mouth, was that I was a man before I am a Christian. Right? You did not say I am a man before I'm a Rastafarian. You did not say that I worship Jah and I practice Rastafarianism and you know I eat no meat. Like, you didn't say any of that. All you said was that I am a man before I am a Christian, and that's why you went to the goo.
You never gave me the chance. You never gave me the chance.
King,
you asked me.
Why would a Rastafarian say that I am a man before I am a Christian?
Because
King, can I defend you now?
Hold on.
Can I defend you now? Give me a second. I want to talk to Jeremy. I want to defend you for a second, please. Like, Jeremy, we are all born into sin. We are born as humans. We have human nature. God loves us. But because we have our human natures, if we didn't have God, we would never turn around and look for the love that God gives us. But, you know, so we are humans before we turn around and find out the love of God and become Christians. So yeah, you are a man before you become a Christian.
Before I ever learned what religion was, I was a man, bro. I didn't know what religion was until I learned religion. Now, you never gave me the option to tell you I was Jafarian or Rastafarian, Muslim, Hindu, or Buddhist. You asked me as a person, am I a man or I am a Christian? And I told you through my religion before you put me down, you being in your emotions, I am a man before I'm Christian. Because before I ever be Christian, I will be a man and a Rastafarian before I am a Christian. Because
yeah, I mean, Jeremy, you should
and see what makes it worse is me being an American and learning through stuff as a black person, which might sound fucked up. Most Christians that are black people or melanated skin are Jim Crow Christians, which believe in, as a slave, you listen to your master and then you listen to Christ. See, I don't listen to any master before my higher power. I listen to the higher power as a man, and then I learn to step into my godliness.
Damn!
I'm 50 years old. I'm 50 years old and I've never known Jim Crow.
Don, you're just
damn, yo, King, man, you laid that Canadian down, dog. Mic drop.
Let me respond to King.
Right. So my thing is
How dare you? Hold on.
As a white man, you should be ashamed of your fucking self.
I agree.
And as a dumbass liberal bitch, you need to shut your fucking pie hole in your pH balance so I can hear right here.
Oh my God.
Wait, you know that your parents.
Hold on, Jeremy. I gotta ask her a question.
I fucking hate being white because of people like you. Because I'm fucking white too.
I know, right?
I hate being white. It's so horrible being white. I hate the skin I was born in the image of God. I was born in the image of God, but I hate these.
Don, can I give her some knowledge real quick? Jess, It's not white people like you for you to hate that you being white. It should be your ancestors that taught the people that were melanated skin for you to hate that you being white. You should never.
You're wrong. Because Don's not my ancestor, and he's a fucking horrible cracker.
Wait, stop, because there's good to that. Because you're not your ancestors, Jess. You're not your ancestors at all. The moves you make and the choices you make you better than the past. We're not talking about the past. He asked me a question. I answered his question. He didn't understand my question because of who I was. I explained who I was and told him the reason why. So why do you feel some type of way? Wait. So why do you feel some type of way? Because me, as being a black person or a melanated person in America, knows about his slavery religion and refuses to act on his religion and the slavery religion that was pressed and oppressed on him. That's fucked up. That's hold on.
You have a run-on mouth. Stop talking.
No,
I'm gonna tell you right now. If you talk so much dumb shit. You talk 15 fucking topics. Let me tell you the 16 topics. Let me land my plane on the 16 topic, dude.
Wait, Don. Guys, one sec, guys. King, just please, one sec. Quorum. King was responding to a question that I asked King, and King responded to me, and Don, you're insisting on jumping in and to stop King from.
Dude, he made like 3 fucking points, and now he wants to make a 4th one.
Dude, I'm literally explaining how conversations work. Let King finish, and then
like
if you're willing to wait. But if you don't have the patience, yes, sometimes conversations are nuanced. It takes time. But this is a conversation between King and me. And so if you have to inject yourself, right, I will let you inject yourself before me responding to her, even though it was between him or her. I don't know, King. Apologies. But I will respond to King. But if you can't wait, then go ahead and respond to King before me, but at least let King finish what they're fucking saying.
The first point he brought up was like, what is your heritage? And I literally put up my PTR. If you pull to refresh, look at my picture. That's Andrew Jackson Henderson. He fought in the Civil War, and that's one of my grandfathers. But he went into like 12 other fucking topics after that, though.
No, I didn't. No, I did not. Hold on. No, the fuck I did not, bro. Jess tried to call me a fucking racist and tried to say she hated her race because of what the fuck I said because I refused to be an American Christian, bro.
King, you're wrong. She said that because of what she said that because of what Don said. She said Don's actions are making her embarrassed to be a white person because Don wasn't letting you. That was what Jess was saying.
My apologies, but at the end of the day, I felt somebody felt like they were feeling some type of way because of what I said as a melanated person about their race. No, Don, you have no right to say that. You have no right to say that, bro.
I don't give a fuck what color you are.
No, because you have no right to say that, bro. And for you to make somebody else of your culture feel like that, and you don't even know my culture like that, you might need to read more history, bro.
I'm American military.
Hey, bro, please stop cutting me off because when everybody talks, I shut the fuck up, and you fucking colonizer ass keep fucking talking over me, bro. You're really making me feel some type of way, bro, and I'm not fucking with that.
I'm glad that you feel some kind of way. I get your nether region
Andrew Jackson might be somebody from history, but that motherfucker owned slaves too.
You're trying to sabotage my culture. You're fucking evil. I want you to recognize that I'm a proud monkey.
Like, nigga, little do you know Andrew Jackson might be somebody as a figure in history, but just like Abraham Lincoln, both of them motherfuckers owned black slaves, you goofy ass person. Learn about your heritage.
I'm pretty sure
No, stop and shut the fuck up. Hey, yo, as a man, I'm gonna tell you to stop talking over me, bro.
Hey.
What up, Pico? My bad, Pico.
King, were you ever on the Howard Stern show? Are you Beetlejuice?
No,
Nah, bro. I really take.
What's 2 plus 5?
You white people really analyze the perception of black people. Just for a second. Well, go ahead. You're gonna appreciate this, Madam. You're gonna appreciate this, and this is like zooming up really far. But like, when really far, when admins go to bed at 7:30 at night, like 14-year-olds, they really don't know what happens when they're not there. You know what I mean? Okay, so I apologize. Go ahead.
Nah, not at all, bro. But for him to say that type of shit and not know what he's talking about is pure ignorance. But motherfuckers got the nerve to say nigga and people are ignorant when you're in pure ignorance.
Hey, listen, I ain't never said nigger. What are you talking about?
Hey, yo, stop fucking talking over me, you fucking goofy.
It's in the back of your tongue. I can hear it. You want to say it.